Brown and Gray there with Make You Mine. And coming up, Dean Lewis, he's falling up. Some of our athletes are heading up to Tokyo, not back to Tokyo. This is a different crop of athletes to participate in the Paralympics. Now, you've got to cast your mind back to 2016, the last time they participated in those games, where Australia came fifth in the medal tally there with 22 gold, 30 silver and 29 bronze. China led the medal tally that time, and I don't think that was with the back calculation of Hong Kong and Taiwan being added to their medal count. Pretty brazen stuff there from the Chinese government. I mean, they still came out on top in the last medal tally in Rio in 2016. Great Britain, the Ukraine and United States were ahead of Australia in the medal tally. We did come ahead of Germany in those counts. So one story I wanted to focus on as our team heads to the Paralympics, and there are a lot of great and compelling stories about our Paralympians, is this one about Curtis McGrath. Now, the Taliban takeover in Afghanistan has added a whole new dimension to Curtis McGrath's Tokyo campaign. He was Sapper McGrath, and then he stepped on an IED, improvised explosive device, serving as a combat engineer with the Australian Army in Afghanistan. It's 9 years since that happened. The blast took his right leg above the knee and below the knee on his left. And apparently, as he was loaded into the evacuation helicopter, McGrath told his fellow soldiers, "You'll see me at the Paralympics." And 4 years later, he was at Rio. He became a canoeing star, winning gold, and he will be a key attraction in the KL2 and VL3 classes in Tokyo. Mr. McGrath, who's aged 33, has already donated his Rio gold medal to the Australian War Memorial. And in media interviews, he only wanted to talk about Tokyo, not what was going on in Afghanistan. And how good is this comment from him? He said, "I've been given an amazing opportunity through my misfortunes in Afghanistan. I'm trying to make the most of that." And interestingly, the bronze medalist that he'll be competing against from Rio, Nick Baton, is a former British Army captain who lost his legs as well to an IED in Afghanistan also. And it's worth noting on that front that McGrath says that the Paralympics developed from the Stoke Mandeville Games, which began soon after World War II for veterans with spinal cord injuries. And some of you may remember Prince Harry also with his Invictus Games, so therefore to support military veterans as well who had been injured in combat. So there as something that maybe adds another dimension to watching the games over in Tokyo as they get underway again from Tuesday's opening ceremony onwards, supporting our athletes who are very proud to support and represent our country in those games. Let's back them in. It's a really difficult task representing Australia in those competitions because of the extra support staff and extra disability issues that need to be managed for those athletes. So congratulations to Curtis McGrath for the way he's gone about his life since the incident 9 years ago and the way he's keeping his focus on the sport going into competition in the canoeing in Tokyo.